Women hate when their tests don't work. And I've been ghosted 3 times this month so far from 3 different girls, even before I got the first date. So I've been failing tests this whole fucking month. Let's see what's happening.
You know, back in my day, breakups actually meant something. If someone told you we're breaking up, they actually meant that you were no longer together as a couple. But these days, it's kind of just thrown around.
These days, before you actually break up, you need to have that best sex possible before you actually break up. And then, 2 weeks later, you're still fucking.
A little too willy-nilly as an empty threat, as kind of something to put you in line and get you on your best behavior. For a lot of women, it's actually used as a test. A lot of them are even admitting it. A lot of women use breaking up as a test to see if you'll actually fight for her and chase her.
Although all women watching this that agree that this is a good test, please never watch my videos. Please block me on all social media. And please, make sure you find actual bad, horrible men to do this to, okay? Please don't do this to me or any normal man out there, please. Just leave us alone. This shit sounds evil.
This has become such a common test, in fact, that we now have access to footage showing what happens when a man does not play the game, does not take the bait, and does not beg for
it just ends.
I've had to come all the way here on my day off just because you haven't texted me.
Sorry, what?
Why are you acting like that?
Well, because but why are you here?
Because you haven't said anything to me for the past 2 weeks. I've literally been going crazy. Exist no more. Have you seen me?
Okay, but you told me to not contact you anymore.
That doesn't mean don't contact me.
Oh yeah, I was about to pause, and I'm very, very happy that I didn't pause. If you tell me you don't want me to contact you anymore because you hate me or whatever, I'm not gonna fucking contact you anymore, okay? You're not a little child. Like when I was 9 years old, when I said, hey, I'm gonna leave the house and never come back and never contact me. Yeah, where parents were supposed to stop me, but that was because I was 9 years old and I was their child. You're nobody's fucking, well, you are somebody's child, but you're not his child, okay?
You dumb. Like, what? Are you actually thick?
You said to me you would appreciate no further contact. You broke up with me.
That was me then. That doesn't mean you don't speak to me for 2 weeks to even care about my life. I could be dead for all you know, and you just don't care.
Yeah, that's the point.
My family, you don't care about my pets. You don't care about my cat that you love so much.
Okay, hold on a minute. How am I supposed to contact you? Yeah, when you've blocked me, you blocked me off Instagram, you blocked my phone. How else am I supposed to contact you?
You're acting like you don't know where I live. You could have come. You could have emailed me. I've got another Instagram. I've got 3 Instagram accounts and you haven't contacted me. How dare you?
How dare you?
This is what happens when a kid has been pampered their whole life. They were never told no. It was always the way they wanted to, and now as adults, they expect the same thing from everybody else outside of their family. And they're adults as well. And it's like, yeah, no, you gotta learn the hard way. And part of me thinks that this is just a skit, just for it to, go viral on TikTok. But part of me thinks, hey, this looks like a shitty camera, and it's probably a door camera, the Ring camera, right? It's probably not fake.
You told me to not contact you.
I've literally been waiting for 2 weeks and you still haven't said anything to me. I'm heartbroken.
But hold on, yeah, because when I tried to message you and when I tried to call you, you just ignored me. I sent you text after text after text after text, and then you sent me a big whole paragraph, yeah, explaining, saying, oh, the feelings aren't the same anymore, and now you'd appreciate for me to leave you alone.
I don't know why you hate
I guarantee she cheated on him at least once.
me so much. Like,
I don't hate you. I don't hate you. Like, I'm just trying to move on.
There's no way you can be this unaware in life and not do shit like that.
Dating again. No, I spent all of my time waiting on you to text me back. Oh,
skill issue.
All this way, and you couldn't even just come and knock at my door and speak to me face to face.
Well, because you live an hour away.
Just because I blocked you doesn't mean you're actually blocked. What's wrong with you?
But you told me to leave you alone.
Just because I cheated doesn't mean I love this guy. I love you still, but I can, I still had a feeling for this guy that I wanted to, take some shit in my ass.
This is why I hate men. I don't know why I even bother with you.
Why? Honestly. Why? Hold a minute, yeah. What? I've done nothing wrong. You told me to leave you alone. I've left you alone now. And now what?
If someone told you to jump off a cliff, would you jump off a cliff? I told you to block me. It doesn't mean that you literally need to block me and never speak to me ever again.
So by that logic, if you reject somebody and that somebody that shouldn't take it as, you know, that serious, they should keep pursuing you to the point where shit might become criminal? What does that mean? How does logic work in this woman's brain?
That is not what I want, though. How many times do I have to tell you what I want?
But the thing is, I don't know what you want. That's the thing. That's what
She
I just
doesn't
left you alone,
either.
because you told me you want me to leave you alone, and I've left you alone.
She never knew what you wanted.
You can't even come and show your face. You can't even come downstairs and speak to me.
Well,
I'm
yeah, because
so
I don't
glad
want
he's
to.
not.
I hate you so much.
What do you want me to do?
Unblock me.
But you blocked me.
Nah, this
Well,
is
I
fake.
mean-
This is fake. This is fake. There's no way.
You unblocked. Hold on, I'll do it right now.
See, this is why we as women can't have nice things. Because we try to come together, all of us, men and women, and tell people consent really matters and no means no. And then here you are showing up on your blocked ex's doorstep,
Exactly.
telling him consent
What I
doesn't
said.
matter, no doesn't mean no. And if you don't violate her boundaries, you hate her. We don't claim her. We don't claim that one. So let me get this straight.
So what did we learn from this woman? Never respect boundaries and always do more than she wants you to do. Okay, that's or he. Okay, great knowledge.
She drives an hour out of her way to her ex's house
To tell him
show
that
up
she
and
hates
say,
him.
How dare you not contact me? After I very specifically told you not to contact me when I look like this. That is a literal direct and
When a woman starts explaining that her beauty and her physical looks is everything that any man needs and that's why she deserves any man out there, even if a man starts saying all that shit with his money, get away from all those people. Get away from those kinds of
to the
people.
whole, well, what were you wearing argument. Like,
Yeah.
we as women have been trying to explain to men that it doesn't matter how a woman looks or how a woman dresses, you still can't violate her boundaries. So it doesn't matter if she is a 10 out of 10 absolute bombshell. If she says no, every man should respect that no, the same as an Uggo's no. And then we find out that he actually did try to chase her. He actually did try to fight for her.
I'm getting a lot of flashbacks from everything she's saying right now. I'm like, God damn, sometimes it's not just respecting her yes or no. Sometimes it's actually just having more than enough, experience with dating a lot of different women or men or both. Depends on what you're in, right? And just reading the person better and better as you get more experience and know that, hey, listen, even though she said yes or she said no, if she said no, sure, whatever. But even though if she said yes, read the situation because she might be fucking crazy. Like this is crazy. I don't want to believe this is real.
Call after call, just like she describes apparently wanting, even though she told him that she didn't want it, and she rejected him. She told him in very plain English, "Do not contact me," and then made it virtually impossible for him to contact her. I know they're in the UK.
No, that's wrong. He still could have drove 1 hour to her place, rang the doorbell, check on how the kitty is doing. Not her kitty, you fucking idiot, but her kitty as well, of course, obviously, right? And hear her out if she's emotionally fine and shit. And she's always obviously gonna just criticize him and just destroy him verbally, hopefully, not more than verbally, right? And so she can feel validated. But because that didn't happen, this is what she's doing now.
But here in the US, 2 instances of unwanted
Luckily,
contact after
most women
someone
aren't
has
like
told
this.
you
At
not
least
to
in my
contact
experience.
them, constitutes as harassment and could earn you an ex parte PPO, a personal
Damn.
protection order, a restraining order. And can you imagine if she did get an ex parte restraining order against him and he didn't know about it because they're still in effect even if you aren't served? He would be violating it just by her being there and him talking to her and interacting with her.
Yeah, laws can be very complicated and fucked up, especially especially when it comes to these kinds of men versus women
I mean,
dynamics.
she has put
It
this
can be
dude
very
in a
unfair.
really bad spot. It was also crazy to me too when he's trying to explain to her that he literally could not contact her because she blocked him on everything, and she brings up, well, I have a billion other Instagram accounts. Why can't you find my alt? I thought she was gonna say,
Oh, so that's how you fucked Billy a few weeks ago. Oh, so that's how I knew you were messaging somebody, but then when I checked your Instagram, you basically had 0 messages with 0 men, just only women, because you had another Instagram account. Jokes aside, if you're actually checking your partner's Instagram account, just don't be in a relationship with them, okay? You don't trust them? Don't be in a relationship. Very easy.
just why can't you make
Maybe
your
it's a you,
own
maybe it's a them
alts?
problem.
But no, she
Maybe it's
actually
both.
takes it a step further and says, you should have driven an hour out to my house.
He should have,
Fellas, I
yeah.
don't know who needs to hear this. Probably none of you, because
If he did drive to her, he would either get sex or just more criticism and getting destroyed verbally more.
most of you are pretty reasonable men. But I don't care what this woman says. Under no circumstances,
In my
if a
experience,
woman
I
has
just
told you
got
to never contact her again,
a bit
and has
more
blocked
action, and
you
that's
in
it.
every
We just
pathway
ended it.
possible. Do you drive an hour to her house to continue trying to talk to her?
Yeah, it's stupid.
Her residence. Dudes lose their lives that way. The how dare you also completely took me out. How dare he what? Accept a breakup like a man? Because
She's forgetting the fact that she said, hey, unblock me. By the way, she blocked him on everything.
that's the only thing you can do. If you get dumped, like, there's no pleading your case in court. There's no filing an appeal. Like, you gotta take it. Like, women are
Yeah,
really
there's no
not
legal
setting each
shit
other
there.
up for success when we try to signal to men that they have to fight for us after we've dumped them. Because the vast majority of us, when we break up with someone, wants to be broken up with them. We do not want to continue fighting about it. And gentlemen, I'm sure you can agree. If you break up with a girl, you don't want her showing up at your house.
A lot of people that are young are watching me now and are probably thinking, man, we broke up, but a lot of the times, even maybe she did as well, but we both actually really wanted to, fuck a little bit more until we officially separated. And with a lot of people, that actually has happened. It has happened with me as well, but you just can't just continue to keep, igniting that fire and then just trying to stop it. You just gotta full on stop, okay?
Showing up at your work, blowing up your phone. She's doing all this emotional manipulating, trying to say that he clearly hates her.
She would be a
She
great
says,
politician.
just because you're blocked doesn't mean you're actually blocked. That's not how that works. And she says, if someone tells you to jump off a cliff, you wouldn't do it. So if someone blocks you, it doesn't mean you're blocked.
Huh?
Holy false comparison, Batman. A more apt comparison would be if
So by that logic, we should never ever respect any law, and we should just live in a permanent chaos of a world, right?
someone tells you that
Sounds
you're
fun.
blocked, that doesn't mean you should try to contact them on all.
10-year-old me
It's
would have
crazy
loved
she's
that.
comparing literally jumping
I probably would have died in the first fucking minute because I was a fucking crazy ass guy.
off a bridge to having regular contact with her. Like, I don't think she realized that in that analogy, the smarter thing to do as you reject jumping off of the bridge is to not contact her. And finally, very funny that she was very mad at the concept that he could possibly hate her and then just straight up tells him that she definitely does hate him. All I can say is, at the end of the day,
Sex between two people who hate each other? Best sex possible. Thank
this
me later.
does not survive the gender swap test.
Might
She
end
shows
up deadly,
here,
but
it's really just like an
it also might
annoyance,
be
something silly,
amazing.
something we can post online and all point and laugh at. If a man did this, people would literally be like doxing him, trying to find his workplace, get him fired from every single thing.
Yep.
They would be giving her legal resources, hooking her up with
The cops would be on his fucking ass, and he wouldn't even be more than a few minutes, maybe less than a minute, on her fucking porch or whatever the fuck you call in the front of the fucking house, and he would have been arrested and in the station already.
free lawyers. Like, dude would probably be in jail by the end of the day. But honestly, I do think
Probably not in
enforcement is
jail,
getting
but
less and less tolerant
something
of women
temporary,
doing
yeah.
this BS too. I think more and more these kinds of tests that result in these kinds of reactions are going to see punitive results criminally. And it's just so sad that these future generations' only ideas for retaining a relationship are these kinds of weird tests and games that are designed to force
No, this is
them
more than a
into
test. This
allegiance or
was
something,
not what I
instead of
was
just
expecting.
staying together and working on things as equals who have compassion and respect for each other. And
Yeah.
pop culture isn't really helping on almost every social media app that you can possibly go on. Every video.
But a lot of pop culture is fake, so it goes viral, so people can make money, so people can get attention. If you're the average person like me, well, I'm lower than the average person, but if you're the average person, you're not living in fucking pop culture type of shit. Nobody is watching you online, seeing, okay, who's he or she dating right now? What are they doing? Why did they break up? Did he actually finish college? It's like, come on. No, nobody's checking your fucking grammar on Twitter, okay? You can just send hate and nobody will give a fuck because nobody will see the tweet because you're a nobody, okay? And you shouldn't be getting any dating advice or seeing how people are dating, what you're seeing in fucking pop culture from celebrities, okay? Most of that shit is just fakery. It's just artificial, just so it gets clicks. Not all of it is fake, but a lot of it, even if it is fake or it isn't fake, why would you give a fuck who's the next girlfriend or the next fucking side bitch of Maroon 5? Just chill the fuck out, man.
Is just dragging men, telling women to break up with their boyfriends, divorce their husbands. Men ain't shit. They're all
Yeah, I've seen
terrible.
crazy
so
shit.
It's like women's knee-jerk
Especially on
reaction
Reddit.
anytime they're frustrated with a man is to just dump
Reddit
him
is funny, but
instantly.
crazy.
But there are no perfect men. There are no perfect women. In fact, there's something called the
Yeah, maybe work on yourself on becoming your perfect self you can become, but you know, expecting perfect from other people is gonna be, you're always gonna feel disappointed. You're never gonna reach your goals if all you fucking do is try and find the perfect person. There's no perfect people out there, okay? And I love that shit, okay? Because now I can make content out of dumb people who are, you know, far from perfect like me, and I can make content and have fun.
hedgehog theory, which states that the more two people get closer
Find the
together,
positive and the
more
negatives.
they poke at each other. And just like hedgehogs hibernate and they have to get closer and closer together to stay warm, they poke at each other the most to survive. If we can't get thicker skin as a human species around the other sex, we are going to be so miserable forever. You can see she wanted things to work with him, which understandable because he seems like a really reasonable guy. But
We don't
she
know
was
that.
lied to. She was conditioned to believe that the smartest way for her to deal with every issue with a man is to just get rid of him. And as it turns out, maybe that's not what she really wanted to do. Maybe she actually liked that man. Maybe he was actually making her life better.
And she
Despite
just
what the
doesn't know
internet
how
tells
to
you, men
fucking act.
actually have that effect on people sometimes. There's a lot to learn from this situation, right? A lot to take away from this. We can't be crashing out over breakups. We can't be staging breakups for some kind of a stronger reaction. We can't be using breakups as an empty threat. But I'm curious to know what your guys' reaction to all of this was. Do you think there's ever an okay time to try?
I'm interested to see, to hear from you people out there, if there's any women watching this video. Are you women, you to your female friends and your female family members, are you giving tests to other females in your life? Or is this just for purely the men you're trying to date? Because if not, I'll feel less sad if that's the truth, you know?
Use a breakup as kind of a stimulation to get someone who had become unfocused or distracted in the relationship to really focus on it and build it back up? Have you ever been threatened with a breakup that made you take the relationship a lot more seriously?
Nope.
Or do you think people should?
Most women that I've dated, most of them that I've dated, were actually fucking amazing people, and they were like actual wife material. The only problem was I've never fallen in love, and I've never fallen in love. I thought I was once, but when I was a kid, but that was just childish. That was just me, you know, be excited down there, obviously. But as I grew up, I realized I've never actually been in love, and I don't really want to lie to a woman after a few, I don't know, weeks or months of dating. If I don't feel shit, I'll just tell her, hey, you know, if you want to continue for fun, sure, but I don't think I can end up in a, you know, relationship because I really don't have any feeling. And you know what? Maybe that's a me problem. Not maybe, that is a me problem.
Mess around with those words and
I hate
really
it.
only break up with someone if they mean it. Do you think there's any saving this relationship? Or do you think he needs to run?
Here's what I think. If the roles were reversed, the video would be fucking exploding. The video would be going super fucking viral. At least That's what I think. But I will take all these shorts and TikToks with a little bit of, you know, a little bit of caution, because you never know anything deeper about these people. We never know what happened between them. Maybe he was actually a toxic piece of shit like her, but she didn't really say anything bad about him. Usually when there's this kind of a, you know, argument between a man and a woman, they both fucking strike shots all the fucking time, non-stop. Even the small dick energy is being brought up. Even the fucking not so hollow pussy is being brought up. What am I saying? And I didn't hear anything that she said bad about him. It was just him saying everything that she was saying, and they were just repeating each other all the fucking time. And you know what? I hope they just grow out of it, especially the girl. I hope she grows out of it. If not, girl, try and find some new friends, okay? Real women, real people, good women will actually guide you and tell you if you're doing something wrong, okay? Because most of the women that I see online, most of the time that go the most viral, are just women reassuring other bad behavior from other women, and it's not a good thing, okay? And don't take advice from Reddit. That shit is toxic as fuck. Have a nice day.